Welcome in, everybody, to the official Buttholes 2021 NFL Draft coverage, brought to you by
Scott, the right Brandino, Gage's Rage, and Star Lamar.
It's your one-stop shop for everything draft coverage, night 1, night 2. Brought to you by the Blue Collar Media Group.
No, we're live now.
What's
boys.
going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 231 of the official Butthole podcast. We're covering the NFL Draft once again tonight. We're just going to replay it from the top. So
And pick one, Trevor Lawrence.
No,
We all got that one right.
son of a. Yeah, we did.
that's what we're looking for, top-level analysis. Gage's Rage, give us the splits on Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is a great guy. His hair is amazing. He's got a very, very good-looking wife now, and he's also very involved in the cryptocurrency market. So he's a good guy in the Gage's Rage world.
And now rate his flow.
It's a tough flow to rate. I'd have to give it a 6.9, I think.
6'9"?
Yeah, 6.9 out of 7.
That's
All right.
fair. That's
rate
fair. Yeah.
the stockiness of his legs.
No, I will not rate the stockiness of his legs, but he's got great abs.
I
All right,
figured
and
it
now-
Not
out.
Zeke level.
No,
and-
nobody's on Zeke level, really.
Now
Aaron
give
Donald.
us the thigh gap. What's the thigh gap like?
Okay, I'm done. No, cut.
All right, there we go. That's the breakdown of Trevor Lawrence.
And that's your welcome to the Butthole Podcast. We got episode 231.
231. Yeah, everybody's saying you wouldn't make it past 230, and look at us now.
Here we
They
are.
thought a 1 week break. They thought, oh, you guys are taking some time
They're
off after the
done.
draft. You guys had too much fun. Now, guess what? We're back.
Here
Yeah, we
are.
did take last week off. We hope if you watched or listened to the podcast, you enjoyed some throwback episodes. I know I enjoyed listening to some throwbacks.
Gage gets his cheeks clapped by an alien. That
Oh,
was a good
man.
one. That's a classic, a banger.
Yes. Yeah, the early catalog has definitely got a few good listens there.
And just to say it, because we're live on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff.
All over, yeah.
Or not Instagram, YouTube. But we were right about cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I just wish we would have taken our own advice.
That's one thing we struggle with is listening to ourselves.
Tough
I
one.
can tell you what to do in Madden, but don't ever think I'm going to do it.
Yeah, we were just right off the nail head there. Had hammered it all the way down, but just didn't follow through.
That's true.
We didn't sink them in so you could putty them and paint them later. I've been installing doors here the last week, one door.
Okay.
So I know what it's like to.
How about
sink
you,
in
Scott? How did
someone
you enjoy the extra week off?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I did a lot of things, most of them not including anything physical.
Still didn't watch the movie in review, I bet.
What movie?
Exactly.
I kept calling it Guarded. I was like, or Guardian. I was like, oh, no, that's an Ashton Kutcher and Kevin Costner movie.
You
That's
tricked me too. It wasn't on Hulu. It was Netflix.
It was a Netflix original.
Netflix. I almost paid $5.
It wasn't
for
an original. Don't do that. I pick free movies, okay? 9 out of 10 times.
For any of you that are tuning in to send us hate mail because you haven't received your item yet that you won at the NFL draft, we just got all that wrapped up with the leaders over at the Blue Collar Media Group, who are our great sponsors. So you should be getting your item sent in the mail here this week.
Speaking of that,
If you were the ticket winner and you're watching, that's still pending because apparently the Blue Collar Media Group, Patriots Buccaneers tickets at $2,500 a piece is out of their price range.
$2,500.
it's a lot.
Wow.
Most
so
expensive ticket in NFL history.
I saw $1,100 the night of scheduled release.
Yeah, like 13.
If you invested in that price is already doubled.
yeah, you could sell.
Holy hell.
I bet you people bought the tickets just to sell them later.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you could pay for a whole season ticket with.
you got to
one game.
imagine when both the Patriots and the Buccaneers are undefeated when they reach. What do they play? Week 4, 6,
You
9.
think the Patriots will be undefeated with Mac Jones
I
leading
think
that
it's
team?
6.
I think it's going to be
Newton.
Cam Newton leading the squad, and I think they're definitely going to be undefeated. Star Lamar
Oh,
in his
in the
house. It's
flesh.
about time. Let's go. Say welcome.
Sup, girl?
What's up, girl?
So yeah, it's an expensive game to go to, but I bet you they're not both going to be undefeated at that time. I just think you could either way. Tom Brady going home. Now I think the picture means he was walking into the stadium.
Who knows?
Oh.
Tonight we're going to be breaking down top
Please start.
rookie rankings coming out of the NFL
Sorry.
draft for fantasy football. Basically, it's going to be 1 point PPR is going to be the standard.
1 point PPR.
Standard 1 point PPR.
Yep. Super flex.
No,
2
it's
tight end.
Tight end
IDP.
premiums.
no, it's 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, tight end, and a flex.
Standard 1 point PPR.
And
Standard 1 point PPR. That's
And
so
punter?
Yeah.
I think. Give me Matt
And then
Hack.
we're also going to review. My brother and I got together on Friday night, put together what we think is going to be how the divisions are going to fall this season, assuming Rodgers stays with Green Bay. So we'll hold Scott's feet to the fire later on in this episode.
Ooh.
You know
which I think is pretty easy to do. If I would ask any of you, you would agree, right?
It's
Definitely.
really difficult.
How
for
often
me
do I
to
say
keep your
something
feet to
very
the fire.
stupid that you guys could roast?
We could
How often
say
do we talk?
more things that you said that weren't stupid.
Fair point, Star Lamar.
It's easier to remember those.
Hey, you're taking my bit. I don't like it.
I have a thing to bring up. I don't know what you've talked about for the first 5 minutes of this, but
We
you
were
know,
actually talking about poop etiquette in public restrooms.
just be a fucking human being.
I didn't even want to sit down in the Menards toilet the other day,
Ugh.
dude. It was caked in the back, and you don't want to. I was wearing athletic
Oh,
shorts.
there we go. We bring up poop etiquette and we lose 4 viewers just like that.
It's fine.
They want the football news. This
The
is not
real
the poop
people are here.
talk episode.
We didn't say a shit about poop etiquette, by the way.
I was gonna say they released, the strength of schedule.
Okay.
I'd be interested to go back to, preseason strength of schedule and see how it actually played out.
If the
Oh,
tough
from, like,
teams
last
are actually
year?
tough.
Yeah, because they, the team who they said had the toughest schedule, what their schedule actually ended up being, the teams that fell off that they thought were going to be good, and so forth. So
I think that's a great one to do next week. We were talking about possibly looking back at the Buttholes fantasy rankings from last year and holding our feet to the fire with how we predicted it would go.
Next week, let's hold NFL schedule
Schedulers.
makers feet to the fire.
Okay.
well, it's not like they're deciding that; it's based off of the previous year's record. But I'm just wondering how much it changes year to year. Where you think you have the toughest schedule, but then 3 of the teams that were supposed to be super tough actually have shitty seasons, a la the Vikings last year.
Yeah, no, I'm in on that. Seeing when the schedules originally came out, see what the strength of schedule looked like versus how it actually ended. Regular season when it concluded, who had the strongest schedule.
Yeah,
I'm totally in on looking that over next week.
all right, good, because I
NFL
was never
feet to
going
the
to do
fire.
it. I needed
it
you
was
guys
just
to
a
do the
good
work.
idea to bring to the table.
Yeah, that's,
You're
I
just
have
genuinely
ideas.
curious.
You guys do work.
Star just shows up 20 minutes late,
Pitches
I
ideas
told
live.
you guys I was going to be late.
but you didn't bring a cooler of beer.
Yeah,
No, I
where's
didn't.
that?
You brought one bubbly.
It's not even LaCroix. What the hell?
Did you know they have things called Bubbly Bounce now?
Yeah,
and
it's
bubbly with
caffeinated.
caffeine in it.
I
They're
believe
legit.
it's pronounced buble.
Bubbly Bounce.
They get a little bubble.
He's the new sponsor of Bubbly.
Might as well fucking be, because that's what I'm drinking.
Speaking of strength of schedule, I have it pulled up here. Quick butthole 5.
Ooh.
Let's do it right now off
Ooh.
the top. We haven't done a butthole 5
Yeah,
in a
where's
grip.
the sounder?
Hit it.
Stall.
It's been
stall,
so long. We
stall,
don't even
stall.
remember how
Hit
the
it.
sounders work. Oh, I just got chills.
Oh, I had
Better
a
of.
really good Butthole 5 to do.
Save it for the next one.
Or the end.
Or
It
the
is
end.
now
Yeah, but I
time
have
to
look
play
it up.
Butthole 5.
You heard the lady.
You heard Star Lamar's sex robot. It is now time to play the Butthole 5. If you don't know the rules, because you haven't played with us before, and it's our first time actually playing live, they're pretty simple. You have 30 seconds
35.
to name the top 5 in whatever category I give you. Obviously, we teased it a little bit here. So as soon as I hit that sounder, you're going to have 30 seconds to name the top 5 strength of schedule teams. The top 5 teams with the toughest schedule in the upcoming season. Play along. If you think you know, write them in the comments. We'll pull them up.
I looked at this list, and I didn't actually look at this list.
An impromptu Butthole 5. Also, by the way, check out our sponsors, Blue Collar Media Group. We are partnered with them. Amazing guys. Gave us the ability to use this camera to go live Also, use promo code BUD on what's that? Thrive Fantasy.
Shock Fantasy.
Thrive in Shock Fantasy is Bud Hole though. Yeah. All right. It is time for Gage's Rage to go first because he had the goosebumps.
Oh my gosh! All right.
He had the goosebumps.
So I'm going to go with the Super Bowl teams, the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. I also added the Ravens. On the NFC side, I went Packers. And then just for S's and G's, Scott's fingers are really typey right now, but I went with Chargers.
He's on.
I
Google.
already submitted my text to Brandon.
Okay.
Oh.
Chargers because they faced the Chiefs twice.
Jeez. Okay. All right. We'll go Star Lamar.
Minnesota. I think they have the 4th. I think it's the only thing I took from that list. And then I said Rams, Seahawks, Ravens, and Packers. I took the Browns off last second, but I just know the AFC.
It was a solid choice to pull the Browns off. Scott went with the Falcons, Vikings, Steelers, Chargers, and Rams, which means we do have an undisputed victor. We have 2 people with 2 correct answers. Scott is one of those 2 people with 2 correct answers.
I'm the other one, ain't I?
Gage is the other.
Son of a...
Strength of schedule goes Steelers, Ravens, Bears, Packers, Vikings. Star got 3.
I knew I saw the Steelers on there too, but I was like,
Okay.
why would they have the hardest? They didn't
And
even win their division.
I
As-
outthunk myself. You go with a team that plays the NFC or the
Yeah,
NFC
yeah.
champion, not the team itself.
As Vikings fans, what do we
They
make
just
of the top of them having a top 5 strength of schedule?
Well,
I mean,
Fool's gold.
I don't want an easy road.
You want to be a weathered team?
I want to know whether we're actually good or not.
I agree with
I
that
love that
completely.
too.
We go 11 wins and then make the playoffs and get our shit tossed by San Francisco or
It
something.
doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah.
gives a
So
fuck?
let's play these teams,
see what we got.
see how we match up against them, and if we have to play them again, we're better off for it.
I do always say I don't want to face a good team when they're missing their superstar. I want to face a good team, full strength, and beat the test. You know
To be the best, you have to beat the best. It's
exactly.
my motto. That's why I like to play you in Madden. Because I want to be the best. We relived Gage's
Worst
Rage
day.
video a little while ago, and it's amazing.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it on the YouTubes, it's definitely worth a search. The Butthole Madden League.
Speaking of bottom 5 teams, Buccaneers. Bottom
Well-
5 strength of schedule.
If you looked at that division, 6 games right there, I think those are 6-0.
Falcons are
Dude,
going to be
if you
tough.
took us 4
That's the team you picked?
and you threw in 7 kids off the nearest playground and we've all played both sides of the ball, we could get a win in that division. That's
Maybe
how
the
weak that.
Saints.
Yeah,
we
you
play
know,
both
Gage's
sides.
Rage
Yeah.
would pick off
Saints-
Jameis Winston,
Saints are in, I think, the top
For
10
sure.
of power rankings.
and you
Which
would
is
just
ridiculous.
be shaking
I
your
think
dick
it's
at him the
ridiculous.
whole way down the field,
Well,
I
I
say,
pitching
Yeah.
it back to
and we
you.
beat him 7-6.
you know,
Star
obviously,
rushed me a couple times. He could definitely play DT.
yeah, I'm like Bullsworth,
Star would be our center and nose tackle.
but
Spoiler alert.
I think,
Tearjerker.
oh God,
Fuck you, Brandon.
It was a
Um,
good movie, wasn't it?
we'll
Yeah.
talk about it later.
Yeah.
Teddy
Sorry.
had some parting words about
Carolina.
Carolina's organization, but that being set to the side, I think Carolina is a team that you almost got to look out for this year. C-Mac comes back healthy and Darnold has an actual season where he's protected and some weapons. They've invested into that defense, and I think they could surprise some people, at least score some points. I don't know if they're going to win all the games, but I think they're going to be competitive.
I could see that too. I think the Saints have a chance of being the worst.
I say Carolina's 2 in that division right now.
Would you go Falcons, Saints, or Saint Falcons?
I'd probably go Saints Falcons.
Falcons
They haven't been
defense
able to
just-
get out of their own way since the Super Bowl. They're
Yeah.
still hungover. This is
Nightmares.
one like they snorted so much cocaine and were just fell down hard, and
You
they
would
haven't
think
got
that
out
would
of
get
bed
them
yet.
up.
Should we
Huh?
just do
No,
this right
they're,
now?
They're coming down from it.
Oh,
The
still
Super
coming
Bowl
down?
happened.
Should we
They're
hold my
coming down, and now
hold my
they're
feet
not
to
out
the
of bed
fire
yet.
right now?
I'd love to hold your feet.
All right.
To the
Do
fire,
we want
to
to
the
talk
fire.
NFC
Oh, okay.
South?
I pictured you as a foot guy.
What,
Not
what
gonna
I
lie.
have in the NFC South is Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. I did not put win totals because that just gets too muddy. But that's how I have the NFC South shaken down.
Yeah, I bet. What do you have? Do you have records on it, or just
No,
how they
you-
shake out?
Just how
Nope,
they shake
just
out.
how they
I
shake
don't
out.
listen until I'm ready to speak.
The biggest thing
And then
about
you
the
don't even
Saints
listen.
is they did it without Drew Brees for 5 games with Teddy. So we know that the team isn't that bad. And they probably have the best coach in the division still. And you can't overlook Sean Payton.
This is the only thing that I have to say regarding Teddy. The team had already started to be on a roll, right? When Teddy Bridgewater took over Breeze, they had already kind of gotten their mojo from the beginning of the season. They knew it was a short stint, so you could be a little bit more creative with play calls. Like, it's a lot bigger deal when you start 0-1 with Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston than when you're 5-2 with Drew Brees or 5-1 and Bridgewater comes in. You know what I mean? Like,
plus their roster's different too. They lost some key players. I don't know how many, but they did lose some guys.
well, their roster, the problem with the Saints roster is it's so top heavy on offense, especially if you don't have Michael Thomas and you don't have or you don't have Alvin Kamara, you're really hamstrung. You need them both. Because otherwise you can just bracket the other guy and it's really tough. I just feel like it's a transition year for the Saints and they're going to take a little bit of a step back, but they have a decent roster.
Who's your Saints starting quarterback? Winston?
I think right away, I think it's going to be Winston with a little more Hill than we've seen in the past.
I think it's
remember last year when they started Hill, like he won games for them, but it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
And there is a preseason this year, so
Yeah.
we'll get to actually see how they see it in the preseason. It's not going to be a week 1, like who are they going to start?
Yeah.
We'll see who they start week 1, week 2, week 3 in the preseason.
You want a little butthole bet action on the 2021 season?
I would love some butthole betting.
I think Hill starts week 1.
I don't want to take that bet. I just don't have. I don't have confidence.
Says
Either
he
way.
loves to bet and then backs out on the first bet he's offered. I see.
I just don't have confidence anyway with it at all.
Well, Scott, when you're ready to bet, you just look my way.
All right, should we move over to the NFC East to see how I have the NFC East shaken down?
We'd love to.
Sure.
By the way, I do think Chase and Taysom would make a good Hallmark movie.
Chase and Taysom.
Can it be evolved around Christmas?
It has to.
Yeah.
And he's going to be going back to his hometown to sell handmade footballs in the shop that his grandpa started.
For charity.
And his ex-flame from high school, who actually got married to the mayor of that town now.
But she's not happy.
She's not happy in that relationship.
Why am I not writing this down?
The mayor comes from a rich family.
That sounds about right.
He does. He's super successful, but he sees Taysom,
Gage's
who's
rate is
now
going
is
to be
just
rich.
humbled and selling handmade footballs, and says, "I want that dick."
Sounds about right.
Quote it.
I want that dick.
Write that down.
Yeah.
And what would you call the charity that he's making these footballs for?
Hills for Children.
Hills have eyes.
And all proceeds goes to planting trees on orphanage playgrounds.
We'll finish that line later.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I think we're on to something.
You're either on something or on to something.
NFC
and I
East.
know it's the earlier one.
Brought to you by
NFC East.
Scott and Nick.
I have the Washington football team finishing first, Cowboys 2, Giants 3, Eagles 4.
How many vodka Red Bulls were consumed during the making of this
I had
list?
0.
Okay. How many vodka
general,
with something
In
else?
general.
I had 11.
You got to be less specific.
Man,
Redskins.
football team.
Yeah,
The Washington football team.
Sorry if I offended anyone.
And we've been canceled.
I just heard my microphone get hacked or something. That was
That
weird.
Someone heard me say the R word. I know I made that mistake last year, but I feel like the Cowboys, that 1 year they got to put it together.
Okay,
Dak's supposed to be ready for training camp, so he's not going to be in the season wondering when he's going to come back. You got year 2 for CD. Amari's still there, and they've got Micah Parsons on that defense now, along with Keanu Neal, who they signed.
it's
They
a big-
still have Smith, and they drafted the LSU linebacker that formerly from NDSU.
the
But
one
his
thing.
name-
Jabril Cox.
Yeah.
The one thing going for We Dem Boys Nation, you can't go 8-8 this year. It's physically impossible.
That's true. You could go 8-8-1 though.
Oh, son of
I
a...
bet you they could do it.
I bet you they'll do it.
If a team finds
Son
ways,
of a
can't be the
gun.
Cowboys. But
Or whoever Jeff Fisher's coaching.
Just statistically.
Playing numbers.
Fantasy wise, I think Zeke's he's poised for a big year.
Where do you guys stand on that? Do you not like Washington finishing first?
No, I do.
I think
Yeah.
it's the logical answer, but I just feel like the Cowboys are going to put it together eventually.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we've been
Year
saying
two of
that
Mike
for the last
McCarthy.
10 years.
What was
I'll
it,
stand
2 years
behind my
ago
opinion.
or 3 years ago that they did have the 11-win season?
Listen, I am as big a Cowboys fan as anybody. Remember the butthole draft? I was the team that took them. I was the guy that took them first last year in the butthole
Yeah,
draft.
and so you got scorned by them, and that's why your opinion of them is so tainted.
Okay, that's a good point.
Also, who is quarterbacking for the football team?
It's gonna be Fitzmagic,
Fitzmagic.
baby.
Okay, he's not winning the division. That's
I-
just
he-
not going to happen.
I can see
Yeah,
it,
it is.
man. Behind that defense.
Their defense is so good.
if
and their
Dak
offense is
playing
better.
week 1, you're way off.
Okay, that's fair.
Do you want to bet?
Cowboys versus the football team for who
I
wins
would
the
take
division.
that one.
Oh, he's greasing
Come
his
on,
hands.
Fiver.
It's got to
So
be a win the
Giants
division.
and
though.
Eagles don't.
I told you. I was really worried.
It's got to be a win the division though.
Win the division. I get
If they both finish second and third, it's wiped.
it's way.
It's
Deal.
going to be one of those two teams.
I got the Washington football team. You got the Cowboys. America's
Fiver.
team.
I want to get $25 on the line tonight. So 4 more.
All right, so then let's
I think
keep the
people
bets
are
rolling.
Sleeping
This one's
on all those teams.
this one's a sneaker. This one's a sneak. Sneak
anyone
fest.
could
Eagles
win.
with Hurts.
Anyone could win that
The
division.
Giants with Danny Dimes, man. No,
Anyone could win that division.
That's
The
fair.
most talented roster is Dallas, followed closely by Washington. But I feel like that division is up for grabs.
Sad news today. Ryan Kerrigan announced that he's no longer going to be returning with the team. He's actually going to the rival Philadelphia Eagles.
ooh,
So now they only have 106 first-round
First round.
picks on the defensive line. Sad day.
If anybody watching has a strong opinion on any of these teams, too, let us know because I'm open for debate. Going over to the NFC West, we'll go
What'd you guys bet?
Seahawks
$100?
4, Cardinals 3, Rams 2, Niners 1.
the Rams still top the Cardinals with J.J. Watt, A.J. Green, all that new additions.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for him, huh?
That's fantasy football in the NFL. Never works out.
So reverse that. Tell me one.
I have
before.
Hawks 4, Cards 3, Rams 2, Niners 1. Niners 1, Rams 2, Cards 3, Hawks 4.
And
So
one more time. Let's start from the top, then go down, and then reverse back up.
49ers 1, Rams 2, Cards 3, Hawks 4. Hawks 4, Cards 3, Rams 2, Niners 1.
Let me rephrase
Niners
the
1,
question.
Rams 2, Cards 3,
Okay.
Hawks 4.
How many alcoholic beverages were consumed in the making of this list?
Over under 26.5.
That makes sense.
Combined, right?
Yeah, combined.
That
Yeah,
one.
you guys had a night where you drank a whopping 12 together. So
And you probably made it in a half hour or something. How the fuck did you get that list?
You don't drink that many drinks and have it done in a half hour. It was about 3.
that's the one division that's harder than the NFC East
The
to
reason
pick.
that we
Yeah.
went with the Hawks 4 is because
for different reasons.
they've lost pieces. Their roster's just so depleted.
Yeah.
Now
I get
you have
that.
the Russell Wilson factor, and I completely understand that, but this division's brutal.
How do you get the Niners at 1?
I love the Niners roster. Assuming health, which when you're making a list like this in May, you have to assume
they're
health.
healthy.
They
The
were in
Niners
Super
are the
Bowl 2
best
years ago.
roster.
Who is your starting quarterback there?
Garoppolo.
Arguably the worst starting quarterback in that division.
Yes,
I don't even know if it's arguable. I think he is.
without a
You
doubt.
guys made a $10 bet, right?
This is a fiver.
5.
I'm going to make 4 more by the end of this cast.
Well, how do you guys feel? Like, let's check the pulse of the butthole regarding the Cardinals. Are you high on them? Are you
You want to make another fiver? Niners versus Cardinals
for who finishes higher?
first. Or yeah, I'll do higher. Doesn't even have to win the division.
Sure. Okay, I'll take the Niners. There
So
it is.
Finish
3 more
higher.
bets to go.
Who
Yep.
finishes higher?
I get the
Scott's
Cardinals,
got
you
the
got
Niners.
the
Gage has
Niners.
Cardinals.
That I like the Cards. I like the Seahawks. I like the Niners. I like the Rams. Completely different than the NFC East, where I think they're all good. They're going to beat up on each other. I think injuries are ultimately going to be what decides who wins that division. Whichever is the healthiest team.
That
What
is
kind of
very
hurt?
possible.
What kind of hurt me here with the Cards is Kingsbury versus McVay and Shanahan. I think Shanahan and McVay are just better coaches, and over the course of the year, they're going to lose their team less games than Kingsbury will. That's my opinion on it. I could be wrong. The Rams are super interesting too, though. Everybody thinks, oh, Stafford goes to the Rams and they're automatically better. On paper, Stafford's a better quarterback than Goff, but is Stafford really going to step in and necessarily take a step up from the start? If you stumble early and lose a game or two, you're in trouble in that division.
And let's be honest about the weapons. They probably have They're solid, but they're probably the worst wide receiver core in that division as well.
Outside
maybe
of-
between them and the 49ers.
With Cup and
Robbie
Woods,
Woods?
outside of that, it's Josh Reynolds is okay.
They drafted a guy
They
this
have
year, though, didn't
they have Van Jefferson, who's a
Tattoo
nice
last
wide
round
receiver.
Is it Tutu? Or?
Tattoo, something like that.
And last year's rookie Van
And they have
Jefferson is supposed to
Deshaun
be a big
Jackson
threat.
too. He's good for one game.
I will say, I
That's
think
fair.
Robbie Woods does have his best fantasy year this year with Stafford at the helm.
I do too.
And Brandon Ayuk and Debo Samuel, or
I like
or
those
Take into
two.
Cooper Kupp
consideration
and Robert Woods.
the tight ends as well. They're big.
I'm
three.
going Rams receiving core over Niners.
You are.
But you have to factor in with the Niners. You have to
George
factor in
Kittle.
Kittle. Yes.
with Kittle. Yeah, you definitely have to take that into consideration.
Because I think the other
I think-
two are obviously above the
Without a
Rams
doubt.
and things. But between those two, I don't know who I'd rather have. I like Cooper Kupp. He's
That's a tough
been
division.
injured.
Debo and Ayuk give you some versatility. Robbie Woods kind of has, but they both have the option to run the ball, and they do it well. You know, they can easily rip off a 60-yard touchdown at any time.
Offensive weapon group, including running backs, tight ends, wide receivers. Who'd you take out of that division?
Let's rank the division overall 1 to 4 regarding just offensive position group
Cards
or offensive
one.
playmakers.
I just see outside of wide receivers, though, they don't have the tight end or the running backs.
James Conner, Chase Edmonds,
Chase Edmonds. Yeah, but that's
Dan
not great.
Arnold.
Darnold. So what do you
Max
got, five for
Williams.
short? If I'm going to rank them, I think.
Nuke is just that head and shoulders above everyone.
Are we including quarterback in this, or just
No, let's assume the same with quarterbacks just because they all do have functional quarterbacks.
I think I'd take the Niners between
With
their offense.
Mostert and
Dude,
They
Mostert
don't
and Trey
even
Sermon,
Sermon.
George Kittle, Debo, Ayuk.
Yeah, I'd have to go
Kittle
with
is
them.
really good.
The Cardinals wide receivers are very good, but their running backs are meh, and their tight end is pretty bad.
Fun fact: it's the first time James Conner has played for a team outside of Pittsburgh or
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
The Hawks, you have Chris Carson, you have DK, you have Lockett. Outside of that, they don't have a whole lot, but you don't need a whole lot more outside of that.
Yeah, they have Will Disley, but he doesn't do anything for me. I'd still go. I would go Niners 1, Rams 2, Cardinals 3, tied for third with the Seahawks.
I agree.
Akers is kind of tough to
I love the Rams offense.
put a label on, you know. I'd probably agree with you there, though.
I don't
like,
know if he is hard to put a label on. I think he's pretty damn good.
And DK he's just a beast.
Is Rashad
It is.
Penny still on roster?
I believe.
Is this
Yes,
going to be the
maybe.
breakout year?
I think it might be.
He was a first round running back. It's
Hey,
got to happen, right?
I know
There's
that
no
in the
such thing as
title
a
for
bust
this,
in the
we're
first
talking
round.
fantasy. Rashard Penny is a buy low.
Is
Take
he?
a flyer on him. If he gets the carries in Seattle, he could be absolutely be a top 15, top 16 running back, running back 2 or 3 in fantasy.
Does Scott have Rashad Penny on
I'm
his dynasty
checking right
team?
now.
No, I
That's the
don't.
real
No, I
question.
don't. No, I do not. I do not have him.
He's working a trade for him, though.
I think Jerick McKinnon's in a really good spot now.
With Kansas City?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair because you know why you say that? Because he's on your team.
I just like the Jet, man.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go then to the NFC North where we're assuming Rodgers stays in. We have Packers 1, Vikes 2, Bears 3, Lions 4. Which I think is pretty standard if you're assuming that Rodgers is in the North. Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions.
They have a tougher schedule.
The Vikes do.
No, Packers.
Oh. No, I totally agree with you. That's probably with a bullet.
You might be able to flop the Bears and the Vikes, but depending if Field starts week 1.
It completely depends on that. But if he does, he needs to be pretty damn good for them to finish with a better record
You're pairing
than us.
an
He is-
Ohio State quarterback
pretty
with the
damn
Bears' ability to
I'm
draft.
going
I
to
just don't
die on
see it
this sword.
happening.
He's great. I don't care where he got
Is
drafted
your
or where he
Fields
played.
jersey in the mail yet?
I can't have a Bears jersey. I might as well get Ohio State one, huh?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't get a Bears one.
Is there a player's jersey rookie that you're looking at getting? Anybody? I was thinking Trey Lance.
Yeah, I was thinking Kellen Mond.
Like out of the rookie class?
Yeah, any rookie.
Hmm.
Could be Kyle Pitts.
Let's just say gun to your head, you have to get one. Which one are you getting? That's a good.
Yeah, I'm getting Trey Lance with the bullet.
You're just an NDSU.
I'm an
Fanboy.
alum, man. Kind of.
So are
I'm
you getting
like
a Trey
three-quarters
Lance
of an
Bison
alum.
jersey, or are you getting a Trey Lance Niners?
Nah, I'd get a Niners.
That's a hard question. I got to
Signed.
think about
I think
it.
Jamar Chase with Cincy would be
I was
sick.
just thinking Jamar Chase, but I just don't know if I want a Cincy jersey.
I got an OG Ocho Cinco Cincy jersey,
Oh, dirty.
and their
It's not-
their jerseys are sick.
The Johnson would be way better than Ocho Cinco.
That's what it is. It's Johnson.
Okay.
It's not Ocho Cinco.
I was gonna say
It's
the
Chad
OG
Johnson.
Yeah, okay. That was not OG Ocho Cinco. I'd probably go Etienne.
Etienne's a sneaky one.
Jacksonville's got some cool colors too.
And they're playing him at wide receiver for camp.
I saw that over the weekend.
Yeah, not a position change or nothing. They're
Urban
just-
Meyer's doing
every
some weird
snap he's
shit.
taken. And
So
he's
maybe
a
James
genius.
Robinson-
Is Tim Tebow official yet?
Yeah, I think he is.
Because it like broke that it was official, and then it went away. Because I'll get a Tebow jersey.
That doesn't count.
Did you hear
Rookie
like Bart Scott getting all pissed about
Yeah,
it and all these
everybody
players?
that's mad that the Jags are signing Tebow. Newsflash: they can do what the fuck they want to do with their team.
And where
They're
was
an
the
NFL
hate
team.
about Calvin Benjamin?
yeah,
Yeah.
Where was that hate? That dude's been out of the league. And yeah, Booger called it. He was a Popeyes biscuit away from being the tight end. But the whole point that Bart Scott made was he is taking a roster spot away from someone who's worked their entire
okay,
life at
then
that
get
position.
good, get good.
Calvin Benjamin's doing the same thing. He
What's
wasn't
the
a tight
Benjamin
end.
news?
He got signed as a tight end for
the
the
Giants.
Giants.
Wow, that could work. He was really tall, 6'5".
Yeah,
He's also
really
very
tall,
slow.
and I don't know if he had the drive for the game. So we'll see.
Rudy's got some competition now for tight end too.
Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram's one.
I think that's a pretty sick tight end group, though. If you have Ingram, Rudy, and Calvin Benjamin,
Maybe I'm sleeping. We're both going to lose that bet. The Giants. are
Well,
winning
Rudy
that
didn't want to
division.
be the
It's
blocker
possible.
anymore, so he's
they brought
definitely
in-
the blocker out of that group.
fuck yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking of my jersey.
How about AFC South? The Jacksonville
Zach
Jaguars.
Wilson.
Where do you
yeah.
see
Here we
them
go.
going?
Here we go. Here we go.
For some reason, J.C. Horn would. I think that would be cool.
Moving over to the
Oh.
AFC South, I got Texans
Caleb
4.
Farley.
Farley would be
Yeah.
awesome.
This was really hard, but I got Texans 4. I have Jags 3, Titans 2, Colts 1. I think there's a chance the Titans take a step back and the Jags finish in second at like 9 and 8.
Yeah.
If history tells us anything, Trevor Lawrence is not going to lose a single game.
That's true. He could be if he's 17 and 0.
Until the playoffs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is he already in conversation for GOAT?
no, not GOAT.
Really?
Taking the Jaguars from
Number one pick.
What
What
they-
if they go
1 and
22 and
15?
0 and win the Super Bowl?
Was it one?
Or
I
maybe
thought they
it's
got
two.
like 3.
might have been 2-14. I don't remember.
If they go, let's just say the Jags go completely undefeated and they go 21 and 0 or whatever, win the Super Bowl. If you're Trevor Lawrence, do you contemplate just retiring right there?
Holy shit.
No, he hasn't even got his big contract.
Okay.
Once you get that, then maybe.
Dude, it's
Make
Trevor
sure there's
Lawrence.
some
If you go
guarantees.
21 and
15.
0, win the Super Bowl as a rookie, you don't need to get a big contract from the NFL, dude. You'll be having contracts
getting
from
his-
everywhere the rest of
He's
your
getting his
life.
contract in crypto, man. 60% Bitcoin, 30% Ethereum.
Yeah, that's
5%
not
other.
looking good right now.
If Elon Musk tweets that he's
If
not
he got
playing-
it just this week, I mean, if he gets it every week, it could be he could be the highest paid player by this second season.
who knows?
No,
Get
but
it-
seriously
get it
though,
in
like
XRP, man.
where are we at on the Titans as a group? Like I'm pretty low on them, honestly.
I think the Colts and the Titans are probably going to battle it out for first. I really think the Texans are going to be the worst team in the NFL.
I agree, and I think the Texans are going to struggle to win a single game.
I do too, especially
Deshaun,
if Deshaun's
That's
not
been
playing.
quiet.
If Deshaun plays,
Not good.
they'll win a few, but if he doesn't play, they're not
Yeah,
going to win a
It's
game.
trouble.
Deshaun Watson starts week 1 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Heard it here first. He clears up all this stuff, pays some money, writes some checks.
Which
gets traded
sounds
to
like
the
it's in the
Eagles.
works of happening. A settlement sounds like it's going to happen.
And it was the other lawyer who initiated the
Yep.
settlement talks.
Yep.
If there's a settlement, does he face a suspension then?
Possibly, depending on what the NFL finds, but I don't think he would.
It wouldn't be a lifetime suspension.
And they wouldn't
No.
find much because it got settled, so the other people aren't going to talk.
Well,
to talk.
They'd lose all their money.
Yep.
Gage's rage is like,
I
son of a
don't think he even starts week 1. You want to
No.
throw a $5 on it?
No, that was a very bold prediction. That
You want
was
to
not
give
a
Star?
bet.
You want to give Star some odds?
No, no.
I'll take the Jaguars winning more games than the Texans.
Whoa! All right, that I cannot pass that one.
All right, that's a $5 butthole bet right there.
So Gage has the Texans. Brandon has the Jaguars.
2 bets left, everybody. 2 bets. Get your bets while you can.
Brandon's taking Brandon's taking the Jaguars. Gage gets the Texans. Who wins more
Jags
games
over
this year?
Titans.
Texans.
What?
Texans.
Oh, I'm an idiot. All right. That makes
Hey,
two really good bets.
If you
John.
are watching this on
Oh my
Facebook,
God.
share this page. Gage is giving away free money.
What a bad bet. I'm an idiot.
I knew that, Brandon. I
You
knew.
took it so
Brandon,
quick. I was like,
dude. Anytime you even show entertaining it, and Brandon literally fucking jumps over the table to shake your hand, you should know you're getting work.
you know it's a sucker bet.
Son of a. Oh, that's I got to make up a couple there.
You better hope that Watson's starting for the Texans week 1. Now you really got to make that bet with Star, but you got to go the other way.
I said he's
Nope.
going to start for the
Yeah,
Eagles
now
week 1.
I was saying not start at all.
Just do it right there.
No.
You bet that he's starting for the Texans week 1. Stars betting Eagles and give
No.
Star some odds. Give
No,
Star some odds.
No. He won't take it with odds. He's a smart
5 to
bettor.
1.
The odds would have to be massive. I'm
5 to 1
projecting
odds?
a trade to a team with a quarterback.
It's a $5 bet.
5 to
Star
1.
does not bet on things he can't control. Don't you remember that?
Bet 5 to win 25.
Well, I'll think of something we can bet on.
We still got 3 more
All
divisions
right, here we
to go
go.
through.
Let's do this. We're going now towards the AFC East. We had Bills 1, Pats 2, Dolphins 3, Jets 4.
I think you
Swap Pats and Dolphins.
Yeah. And
I'm
Jets
with you.
are.
Let's
swap
remember
with
what the
Bills.
Patriots, though. The Patriots weren't bad last year, and they had a lot of opt-outs. That defense will be back this year. They boosted the offense with free agency.
Isn't-
They got Jonnu Smith now. They got, who did they bring in at wide receiver?
Aguilar,
Nelson Aguilar and Kendrick
Bourne.
A
Bourne.
bunch of fours.
Yeah, Bourne and Aguilar. The defense is going to be, I think they're going to be a top 6, top 5 defense in the league this year.
Their offense is still fighting out with the slums.
And let's also remember that we're assuming that Tua Tagovailoa is actually the guy, which nobody really knows.
I think they're going to be committed this year.
That's fair.
they're very committed to Tua, but I don't think he's the guy at all.
How about, will you give me everyone but the Bills in a bet?
Yeah, I'll take that.
I
one,
say
no
Bills.
problem.
Bills get dethroned.
And I get Bills $5.
You get Bills.
Bills
I get
against
the
the
rest
field
of the
in the
division.
division. Boom!
These bets are flying.
They're not a perennial powerhouse. They got good. Every team that gets
Hey,
good
do you
doesn't
wanna-
win it again the next year.
You want to make that bet with me too?
Double it up.
Yeah. Boom! Let's go.
I'm
Is that
full on Bills Mafia, 5 each.
Bills
that,
against
is
the
that
field.
5 bet?
$5
5
each.
bets,
5
or
each.
is it? You have one
that's
more
my
left.
5th bet.
Okay.
He hit the over on the 4.5 for
But
bets
I
tonight.
ain't scared to bet.
No, you ain't.
We got 2 more divisions to go. We could hit 10.
Let's go to the AFC West now, where we have Broncos 4,
I should
Raiders
change the name on
3,
this one to Betters Cam.
Chargers 2, Chiefs
That's what you
1.
should do.
I don't know how to do it.
Can you read it again?
Yeah.
Chiefs 1, Chargers 2, Raiders 3, Broncos 4.
It's assuming Rodgers is not on the Broncos.
I'm not going to argue with that. I think that's a good one. Small
Um,
chance you could swap Raiders and Broncos if Drew Lock can figure it out.
Really? I was going to say you might be able to swap Raiders and Chargers.
I have a
I
feeling.
think I'm pretty high on the Chargers this year.
Raiders have gotten better every season.
That's true.
They've been knocking on the door.
Their strongest point on their team, well, one of their stronger points on their team, though, their offensive line, they completely blew up.
Where'd you have the Chargers?
2
I like
find
that.
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to knock the Chiefs off.
Would you give me odds on a bet to take the Chiefs out?
Take the Chiefs out, or are you going to pick the Chiefs over the Chiefs?
No. Give me
Oh.
the field versus Chiefs. 2 to 1.
I mean, what are they, 3 in a row or 4 in a row right
I
now?
don't like doing that, but it's Patrick Mahomes. It's pretty much free money. I'll do it.
2 to 1 odds. Wow. Okay. All right. Another butthole bet. Wow. They're flying off the shelf.
Yeah,
That's
$30
pretty much
on
free
the
money
line.
when you bet against Mahomes. So if I get Mahomes in my back pocket, I'll take that bet.
You have the field.
I get the field. Yep. The field versus Mahomes. If Mahomes goes down with an injury week 1, it's guaranteed money for me.
Not necessarily. We saw backup Chase Daniels beat the Browns.
Who's their backup now, though?
Chase Daniel.
Still?
Yeah.
I mean,
They might throw Le'Veon Bell in there. Trade for Jarvis Landry.
that was 2 years ago. Chase
This
Daniels
was
did it?
past season.
Oh,
That was in the playoffs this year.
fuck.
What
Don't
else
worry.
do we got
If he
here?
goes down, they're not winning.
Yeah,
Let's go to the
Guaranteed.
AFC North. There's going to be some bets
That was
made
like a
in this
half of a
division.
game.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even gotten to the
Everybody has
Browns yet.
strong opinions about the AFC North. So here we go. We got Bengals 4, Steelers 3, Ravens 2, Browns 1. Bengals 4, Steelers 3.
Browns winning it.
Ravens 2, Browns 1.
I love that.
The Browns roster is very good. And assuming Baker Mayfield is the same as he was last year, which was kind of jag, he was just a guy, they're good enough to win that division.
You had the Bengals still last.
Yes. I think there's a real chance the Steelers finish in 4th.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I
And
really don't like Big Ben.
I don't
at
either.
38.
Behind
this
that
week?
offensive line. That offensive line's got more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
So
They
it's
draft a
2 to
running
1,
back.
2 to 1 odds. So if the field wins, you win 10.
$10. Yep.
Gotcha.
I just think it's brutal. I think it's absolutely brutal. The Steelers, I just don't like anything about them.
Yeah.
I don't
me
know if
neither.
you remember my Super Bowl predictions from maybe a couple months ago, but I said Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl. And it was a wild guess, but I don't think they're the worst team in that division.
The Bengals are.
Bengals are.
Yeah.
And I think
Hands
the
down.
Steelers could fight for first place in that division.
Bet.
I'll take a bet 2 to 1 odds. Steelers don't lose the division. They don't come in last.
Scott,
Why would you get 2 to
team
1?
up on this one?
I'm down to team up on Star Lamar with you.
Double team star.
Yeah. Let's double team
Operation Double Team.
Do you guys
Star
want to do
Lamar.
that a team bet? You guys get
Oh,
the Bengals to finish 4th. We get the Steelers.
I'd
I'd
be
do
down.
it. Yeah. Why
If
not?
anyone, if it's the Browns or Ravens, we both draw. But if it's Steelers, we win.
If
it's
history tells
Bengals,
us
we
anything,
win.
it's probably going to be the Browns.
Yeah. No, Bengals.
Let's do that.
Browns.
Let's do it.
I think Browns have finished last more in the division the last 10 years than the
Let's
Bengals.
do it. If the Steelers finish in 4th, Gage and I get
Andy
paid
Dalton
out by
went to
you
like 5
guys.
straight
If the
playoffs.
Bengals finish in 4th, we pay you
You did.
guys out.
Group
Double bet, group bet.
Is this just $5 a piece?
Yep, 5 apiece.
That was the cutest handshake I've ever seen.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Group bet. That was a
Nice.
socially distanced bet, everybody. Shut the fuck
What did
up.
we just ripped 10 bets there? I think if you count them all.
It's quite a few.
Watch the
It's about damn
The
time we get
Steelers
back to
win the
betting.
division.
God,
I know.
money's life's
It's
better
easy
with
money.
money.
the
on the
Ravens
line.
to end up in
absolutely
last place.
is. God, I miss
It is
betting.
it's a crazy division. Like we're betting based on health, right? Nobody
Essentially.
getting hurt, but we don't know what's going to happen.
Almost
so-
all these bets are based on health. I mean,
Yeah, it's the NFL, dude. People get hurt, shit happens. So that's kind of what we got going for the
breakdowns.
our predictions for the year. And I think it's overall. I mean, there's some questionable picks there. We did actually notch out our playoff teams too, though.
Ooh, I was about to say that even though they're 1, 2, and 3, there still could be 3 playoff teams out of that AFC.
So we
North.
have in the NFC and the playoffs, we have the Packers winning the division in no particular order. Like
Sure.
Packers aren't necessarily the 1 seed. The Washington football team in the playoffs. We have the Bucks in the playoffs, the 49ers. Those are the 4 division winners.
Yep.
And then 3 other teams go besides them for a total of 7. We had the Vikings,
suckers.
the
Bet.
Falcons, the Rams.
Vikings, Falcons, and Rams.
We have the Cowboys missing the playoffs, the Bears missing the playoffs, Cardinals missing the playoffs.
What's your insider knowledge there, Star?
I just,
Hold on.
since 2002, which this list goes to, they have never finished worse than 3rd in the division. And
the Steelers?
since,
Yeah.
since 2000,
since Big Ben became the quarterback.
since
great
2000,
overview.
since
Stats
2004,
suck.
they have never had less than 8 wins in a season.
Stats suck.
Ben
Dude,
Roethlisberger has never had less than 8 wins.
If they only
in a
have
season
8
in
wins
his
in
career.
this season, they're going to be in last because the Bengals are going to get to 9.
Don't sleep on them Bengals.
An 8-win team made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, also like a 7-win team in the NFC. It was an off year.
I'm
COVID
just
sucks.
saying, you can't say you're last place with 8 wins.
If they only win 8 this year, they'll be in 4th. The
Like
Bengals
I
are
said,
winning 9.
There could be 3
Burrow's special.
AFC
I have a
North
question for
teams
you.
that make the playoffs.
Whoa.
What are
Why
you
do you have
on?
a look of concern?
I do have a look of concern because I'm questioning your list. Go back to the AFC East. Who'd you have? What was
Yep.
that record? Like not record, but like finishing.
Bills, Pats,
Sorry,
Dolphins,
NFC
Jets.
East. My bad.
Washington football team, Dallas, New York Giants, Eagles.
You want the
Okay.
NFC South because you were concerned about the Falcons making the playoffs?
Yeah. And where'd you have the Falcons? Second.
Finishing
Yeah,
second
2.
in their division.
Okay. And Falcons beat the Cowboys out for a playoff spot.
That's what I have. And we
And the
broke it down.
Cardinals.
And we broke that down because we looked at each of their schedules, the Falcons and Cowboys. It was a very tough decision. Cowboys' schedule is not easy. Remember,
No.
they come here and play us
Right
Halloween
after
night.
the bye.
Halloween night.
after the bye.
It's a spooky
It's
game.
guaranteed L.
That's a game I'd like to go to. All dressed up.
Let our boy Paul know.
I'd go as Maui. I think I'd make a good Maui.
I-
You're welcome.
I'll go as the grandma.
If you go as Maui, I'll be Aquaman.
What? No, you be Moana.
Oh.
Yeah, you're Moana. I'm the Grandma Stingray.
He can be
And
the
Scott can be
annoying
the-
chicken thing.
No, he could be that little boy who's dancing.
Don't ever say little boy and make that face movement again.
If you've seen the movie, you know it.
Oh my God, we just got canceled again.
I don't. What scene?
It's the little dude that's putting the moves on Moana.
Oh my gosh.
Is that like really early on?
It's in the beginning, yeah, when he's teaching when she's teaching the dance lessons, and he comes in with shades on.
so I get to be a full grown ass man putting the moves on people out
No,
in public.
he's a little boy.
So that's what I get to be, though. A full grown ass man gets to pretend to be a little
full-grown
boy.
Little boy.
I'm telling you, if you just wear a little grass skirt and then just do this, they'll get it.
I don't think they will.
You can
I
be
just
hey,
don't.
hey.
Okay, so we've now clarified. Gage
I knew
wants
who
me
the
to go to
chicken was.
jail.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
You should be hey.
God.
No, hey. Then I could be the pig. Then you could be the manta ray, and then we just need one more. You
I
can be
already
the
called-
giant crab.
I already call. Oh, dude,
I love Moana.
that giant
Such a
crab is
good movie.
awesome. He's such a singer, though. Like he's got vocals. I don't know what his song is, but
Shiny.
that's
Keep
what
it
is.
going, dude. Keep it going.
It's the guy
No, I
from
just did.
Flight of
Oh.
the Conchords. Is the
Try
voice
again.
of it, I'm pretty sure.
Try again.
It's the bad guy from Men in Black 3.
Try again.
It's the doctor from the show Legion on FX.
One more time. We're almost there.
This is not the movie
No.
in review, damn it.
I don't
you
know who
won't
he's talking about.
Yeah, if you didn't get Men in Black 3 bad guy, come on.
There's a lot of bad guys.
The main one that broke out of prison and time traveled to go kill
He's an alien.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Haven't seen Men in Black 3.
You
No.
probably haven't seen any of them.
All right,
We
for
need-
the last bit of this episode, should we get into some rookie rankings?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's a great idea.
One little football trivia. Like, why not?
I'll have a butthole 5 for you guys to do.
Perfect.
Even better.
Two
I just
for
have
one?
to look it up. And we might have done in the past. If we have, just say that, and then we won't do it. But I'm not sure if we have or not.
That's fine. Here we go. I think the consensus number one rookie in 1 point PPR leagues is Najee Harris. Does anybody disagree with that?
I do not. No, I don't.
Rookie wide receivers generally do not do extremely well. Justin
know.
Jefferson was definitely a dynamic.
The
like
exception, not the
Mhm.
rule.
that. Exactly.
I know.
So for a running
saw-
back going to the Pittsburgh team,
Dude, NFL Checkdown on Twitter was touting Jerry Jeudy, and they're like, we're going to see, like, Jerry Jeudy year 2, can't wait. It's like they showed a touchdown catch. That's 33% of his touchdown catches in his rookie year. 5% of his yards.
oh, dude, if you look, he had like 102 targets, but I think there was like only 70 of them were catchable.
And 11 drops.
Yeah, there's
11
some-
drops is a lot.
Yeah,
Jerry
And if you
Judy's
look
a
at out
guy
of 70,
for
it's bad.
Jerry
Which is
Judy
fine.
is a
But
guy
I'm
that
talking.
But Drew Lock was miserable.
I'm very
He didn't even play
interested to
most
see
that
him
year.
this year.
I mean,
And
if you just look at history. You look at Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs from last year. Does that concern you with Devonta Smith and Jalen Waddle this year?
yes.
Yes and no. I mean, specifically this year, yes.
Based on
But-
the landing spot, too. You got to think about.
The thing
you
with
got
rookie wide receivers,
Tua,
though,
Jalen
is
Hurts.
like you draft them. Usually, you get them pretty good value. If they end up kind of finding their way throughout the year and they end up producing at the end of the year when it matters most, it's okay. Like Justin Jefferson, he ended up carrying a lot of teams last year into the playoffs because he ended up coming on pretty strong, played well. CeeDee
didn't
Lamb
have-
did the same thing.
Didn't have the best touchdown catch of a rookie wide receiver last year,
That's fair.
and it was against us.
That's true too.
Yeah, that was wild. I
That
still
was
think
such a sick catch.
Thielens was better in that game.
In that,
Yeah.
I don't know. They
I
were
think
both
so.
really good. The body control that CD had and the contortion was
Body control.
insane. He was not in
Thielens was
any
a
position.
better catch.
He was not in position to make the catch. He
Yes,
made the
okay.
catch.
CD made a better gymnastics play, but Thielen made the better football play.
We're just gonna disagree.
Let's say this too, though. Last year
I
there was a
agree.
lot of talk of Clyde Edwards-Helaire being one
unanimous.
RB1.
Yeah, out of the rookies.
Where does Najee Harris stand on your overall running back rankings?
I think he'll finish top 10.
I would say high end RB2. I feel another bet coming
bet. I'll smash a $20 on that one.
Here we go. Here we go.
You give me 15, I'll do $20.
So
Top 15.
4 to 3 odds.
No,
No,
top
I'm saying
15.
instead of top 10, top 15.
That's not the bet.
I know.
How about RB1?
Do top 12.
RB1.
12, would you take it?
It's like almost right in the middle.
That'd be an RB1. Top 12 would be RB1.
A $10 bet.
Come on, I want some action.
I'm trying to buy a house. I got a lot of things
13.
going on.
Would you go 20 to 13?
Yeah, is it 15 for 20?
15, I'll go 20. 12, I'll go 10.
We'll go 10.
All right.
Boom. Top 12, $10 bet. Najee Harris.
Like it. Maybe I regret that one, but
You'll know pretty early on if you'll regret it or not.
when is our
A
rookie
$10
draft for the Dynasty
RB1?
League? My
Top
opinion
12,
might
yeah.
change by
TBD.
then.
It'll be in June sometime.
Yeah, by July I might have a different opinion.
You
but
seeing his one-handed catches out there? He's going to catch balls too.
he's an amazing receiver. I
And-
agree.
Our standard is full point PPR.
Full PPR.
Standard.
Always.
Full
Yep.
point
Yes.
PPR.
Standard full point PPR.
Superflex.
Number 2. This is a little bit up for debate. 2 and 3 are kind of interchangeable. Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase.
For season 1,
Yes.
Jamar Chase.
Okay. I kind of agree, but
I think Kyle Pitts in a dynasty league is super intriguing. Kyle Pitts in a yearly probably shouldn't be a top 10 tight end pick.
Top 10 is for tight end, you should really look at like the top 5. Top 10 is ugly in general.
Yeah, but I still
Dude,
don't
Pitts
think
will be-
he gets there.
Pitts has to be just under those top tier guys.
Yes.
Just under Andrews, Kelsey, Kittle,
He's the 6 to 9.
Waller. He's got to be like 6 to 9 for
Yeah.
sure.
Tight ends don't transition that well.
But
Tight ends don't
he's
play
not a
well
true
in
tight
general.
end though. Like they'll line him up at wide receiver.
And
They're going to
Julio
have balls
Jones,
to go to him.
He's gone. He was not in the promo hype video or the content, the graphic that they put
What?
out there. Yeah, he was not in it.
He's going to the Patriots.
That holy cow, would
That's
that be
gonna fuck a
insane?
Bills bet.
Where do we stand on Jamar
No.
Chase
I ain't
overall?
worried
Is he
about
going to be
Bills
like
one bit?
a wide receiver 2, 13 to 24 range,
I think-
25 to 36?
I think
It'd
they
be-
have too many weapons that he's not going to start the season super hot. But I think eventually the familiarity between him and Burrow is going to work its way in, and he's going to probably have the best season of the rookie wide receivers.
If I told you number 18, would you go finish higher or lower? Higher would be obviously 17, 16, 15. Lower would be
Lower.
I'd say lower, yeah.
I think if he got to wide receiver 2 in his first year, he'd be satisfied. And you should be as a fantasy owner as well.
He's not a wide receiver 1, in my opinion. Not
No.
year 1.
No.
Doing something.
No, we should be good.
Kind of looks out of focus.
It is a little out of focus.
Your internet sucks.
There's no way in hell I would be drafting Jamar Chase, hoping he's a wide
But
receiver.
your battery
1
power's running low.
on my
That's
computer.
what I was showing.
Oh,
Oh,
Gotcha.
I have the thing
which
for it.
maybe why it's out of focus. Gage, why don't we
right
just
here.
plug yours in quick? Yeah, I think Chase
Other side star.
wide receiver 2 is a good spot for him.
So,
That's high in.
If you're drafting
Yes,
a
I
team
agree.
and you end up with DeAndre Hopkins and Jamar Chase as your wide receiver 1 and 2, how are you feeling about that?
In like a redraft league,
Yeah.
not good.
yeah, DeAndre Hopkins I like, but I think with AJ Green going there, it's going to take away some of the targets. But Jamar Chase, yeah, they got a lot of weapons there, and I feel like you could do better than those two.
If you get, we'll say Devontae Adams with the Rodgers in Green Bay and Jamar Chase, how are you feeling? Or are you just not feeling great if Jamar Chase is your wide receiver 2?
Chase as a 2 is not good.
So you're not drafting him as a wide receiver 2. So you're not
I'm-
drafting him in the first
If they're
3-4
taking,
rounds.
yeah,
No.
if he's going in top 5 rounds, I'm out.
Okay.
No, thank you.
I think round 5 is about where he'll go.
I'd be happy to get him in round 5, possibly as my wide receiver 3.
Okay.
With production
So
as wide
he'd be your
receiver
flex.
2.
He'd be a potential flex play for you.
Yeah.
Starting out.
And hopefully he would work out to the point where he's an every week starter.
That's pretty high, too, for a rookie wide receiver.
It is.
I think it's reasonable.
5?
Round 5. I think somebody would take him in 5.
Where was CD going last year? 10?
No. Well, and also just think of CD. CD was the number 3 receiver behind Amari Cooper and Gallup.
He's also
Out of the draft.
essentially behind not on Tate. Who's the other one? And Bengals.
T. Higgins
And the other one,
and Boyd.
Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
So those two right now, I think, are penciled in at 1 and 2.
I don't think Higgins would be the guy over.
I think he'll start out as number 2.
Yeah, it's start, but I don't think it'll take long for Chase to take that over.
It's possible, but it could be 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that's a quarter of your fantasy football season.
It is.
Those weeks matter. Do you have a bunch of wide receivers coming up next, Scott, or
Yeah, let's rifle through no. Travis Etienne's at 4.
Etienne at 4? Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to
which-
say,
I would put him thereabouts, maybe even ahead of Pitts in a yearly.
I would agree.
So then you go down the list here. You got Devontae Smith at 5, I think, which Devontae Smith is probably the next guy. In my opinion, he is. Philly's going to have the opportunity. I like him more, I think, than I like Jalen Waddle in Miami, just because Waddle's got more to compete with. They're both good players. And then I do actually have Javonte Williams in there at running back 6 with Denver.
Okay.
Or sorry, overall number 6, running back as 6 overall. So he's the 3rd running back. I think he's going to have a lot of opportunity in Denver. It's going to be him and Melvin Gordon. If Denver keeps Bridgewater in lock, they should try and pound the rock. I like Javonte Williams a lot as a player. I like that, especially early on in the year. I think he'll get some play, which it's going to be tough to get a lot of production out of rookies early on, as we've been talking about. But then you talk 4 wide receivers in a row. Jalen Waddle at 7, Elijah Moore at 8, Terrace Marshall at 9, Rondale Moore at 10. I think Rondale Moore in Arizona is interesting, but I would not feel good about him anything higher than like wide receiver 5.
Lamar Jackson scares you, huh?
Yeah.
Real scares you.
Yeah.
It doesn't scare me as much. I'd put Bateman over those last 2 for sure.
I'd almost put Katie Tony there above some of them too. I like Tony.
Tony's not a bad pick.
He's gadgety too. They're not
Yeah.
just going to throw him the ball.
That's true. I could see that.
I don't really like Terrace Marshall's landing spot. He's going to be, essentially behind Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore.
And
then
Christian
Christian
McCaffrey.
If Sam Darnold if Sam Darnold ends up showing that he can, first of all, be available, and second of all, actually produce like a number 1 overall pick, or sorry, number 3 overall pick, whatever he was,
3.
I think Terrace Marshall could have a pretty good year, production wise. I do have Bateman and Tony right after that. The Baltimore offense is so predicated on running the ball that Bateman could be good and have a good year, as far as he might have 6 touchdown catches or something, but I just don't think the opportunity is going to be there for him to really pop.
Name a true number 1 wide receiver that Lamar Jackson has had. I would consider Bateman to be stepping into a true number 1 role.
Right away, though? I don't.
Not right away, but name one that he's had. Like, who's he been
Mark
throwing the ball
Andrews
to?
has been by far his best option,
Tight
and
end.
he's used him.
Number 1 wide receiver. Was
Yeah,
the
I'm not.
question.
Hasn't
yeah,
had
not
one.
tight end.
Hasn't had one.
Des Bryant.
Hollywood Brown's
Willie
not a number
Snead.
1.
Exactly. So I think Bateman going there, I think it could really help Lamar's game.
Yeah, it could. Keyword is could.
But that's what fantasy's all about.
And
man.
they got rid
I
of their offensive coordinator, who's been the death to wide receivers.
Roman?
Whoever the head coach of the Texans is now.
Oh, yeah, whatever his name is, the
I-
loser.
He,
Good old what's his name?
he's the only, I think, the Chiefs, when he was the wide receivers coach, was the only wide receiver core that didn't score a touchdown all year long in a season.
That
And
was
then-
with Dwayne Bowe, too.
Yeah, and Jeremy Maclin, I think, was on that team. And then he goes to the Ravens, and their receivers don't produce either. They were the worst receiving, I think, scoring core in the NFL last year, or one of the worst. So you get rid of him, you get a decent guy in there. I could see it changing.
I just don't like the fact that he's got a running back at quarterback.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And I just don't love that offensive scheme for a wide receiver to really put out big-time numbers. I just don't.
Yeah, your tight end, running back.
And why would Lamar Jackson look away from Andrews to throw to a rookie Rashad Bateman? Like, Mark Andrews is still going to get his.
He will.
If Rashad Bateman is open.
Bateman's talented too. Yeah,
I'm not saying Bateman's
That's
going
why
to end
he'd
up
look
with
away
0
from
catches.
Andrews.
score touchdowns.
I mean, even
I
There's
saw,
lots of reasons
I
why
saw a
the wide
highlight
receivers-
video of him online of rookie minicamp, and it was like a 10-yard out, and everyone was freaking out, going, "Oh, this guy's great!" I really was confused on what I was watching and why this was so amazing. But maybe they're just that
desperate.
desperate for a wide receiver that they see a decent-sized human being that can cut on a dime and run this route. And
They
they're
are
like,
that
nice.
Sub
They are
4.4
that
speed.
desperate.
He's quick.
Yeah, clocked by the Gophers.
I mean,
by the Gopher
I clocked
himself
it at
in the
4.29. But
PJ Fleck clocked it. No, he's 4.32,
elite speed.
well, you
and
get
he's 6 foot
points
6'2".
for spirituality.
That's true. Next up, I have 2 running backs. I go Trey Sermon and Michael Carter, and then I have the 3 quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence in order. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance. And I don't think we need to go much deeper than that because then you just start adding in a bunch of who knows.
You
You
got
said- you said
Elijah
Justin
Moore high
Fields?
and Zach Wilson not even on there.
I don't
That was
like
not
Zach
in order.
Wilson at all. I don't think Zach Wilson is a QB1.
I watched that time to stand
I
up.
love that he was like the bona fide number 2, and everyone was excited about it, and then
What?
it just turned.
I
Like,
listened.
everyone online is
The
like, this
second
guy's
he was
a bust,
actually
and-
drafted at
like,
2,
what are they doing? I just love the fact that this guy was consensus number 2 by everyone in their mock drafts, but nobody likes the pick.
I agree. I don't dislike him as a player, but God, that situation's horrible.
With the Jets,
Yeah.
I mean, they got a better offensive line. They got rid of Frank Gore. They now have Corey Davis.
I just
Denzel
don't.
And some
Mims.
offensive weapons.
Elijah Moore,
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be a lot better than we're giving it credit for.
I don't.
Blake Cashman should be coming back from injury.
And Blake
That's
Cashman
laugh.
Linebacker
is
stud.
going to be going after
No, I
Russ's
don't
mom.
laugh because
Oh yeah, that's
It's-
my bet.
Blake Cashman's
We've
just
been
Stars
off for
guy.
a long time. We haven't even got to talk about Zach
Oh
Wilson's
my
mom.
gosh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Gage, rate Zach Wilson's mom.
I didn't even Google her. So I don't know. She wasn't on
Did you-
Pornhub either. so-
Did you erase your history after you Googled her?
No, I did not Google her.
And that was the.
I
did
just-
you say offense coordinator for the Ravens?
Just age
I
Zach
think
Wilson
it
about
was.
30 years and give
Wide
him long
receiver
blonde
coach.
hair.
Was that
Is he
what it
hot?
was?
Yeah,
Okay.
their offense
I would.
coordinator's the same.
Gotcha.
Gage is in.
Figured it would be.
I
So
just
that
told
rounds
him
out
that-
the rookie ranking.
I
for
just told
the-
him you got to age Zach Wilson about 30 years and give him long blonde hair.
He
I
would.
don't even think she looks 30 years older than Zach Wilson.
She doesn't.
Could be her sister.
She's on. Never mind. Oh man.
Well, I just
Yeah. From here, it's good.
That's called
I
HFFA.
understand why you
touch
didn't
that
want to
one.
touch my phone.
That's an HFFA.
Uh,
The speed
All
at
right.
which Star pulled that up, I wouldn't touch that phone either.
It's fine. Should we do
On the
Butthole
next
Five?
episode
Yeah,
of
let's
the
go.
Butthole Podcast, we will be showing you how to take apart and clean a phone after you look at Zach Wilson's mom.
All right, this one will be hard
Oh my god.
if there's
Hold
a tiebreaker to do the next 5. So we'll just do a tiebreaker for 6, and I'll give clues.
Okay.
All right, hit it off, Star.
Welcome.
Nope, you got to wait for your
Wait
second.
You
for the
said hit
lady.
off.
It is now time to play
What am I
Budhole
supposed
5.
to do?
Get off, Star. Get off.
All right, Star,
Now
get off.
hit it. Hit it.
You heard
this
the
is
lady.
Butthole 5. You heard my girl. You get 30 seconds
35.
to come up with 5 answers that are on a list that we came up with. That I'm going to ask a question, and then they give their answers, and then I tell them if they're right or wrong, and then apparently there's a winner, and apparently it's not
I've never
going to
been
be
on
me.
live TV before, and apparently.
All right, so the draft is on. We've done a lot of draft talk.
Yep.
Mhm, mhm.
We're going to talk about some first overall picks, but with a little caveat to it.
Oh boy.
Since 2000, there's only been 5 first overall picks that did not play the quarterback position. Name the 5 non-quarterback first overall picks. The last 5 since 2000.
God, this was so difficult.
And I take back since 2000. It's actually since 2006. There's one I missed on my initial list.
I literally got nothing. I lost, boys. Sorry.
I got. You go first. You know, not a
Literally
single one.
empty list. There's 5
All right.
blanks right there. I should have just thrown this.
Just tossed it.
Well, here we go.
I
I'll
thought
go,
Jadeveon
'cause
Clowney. That was the only name I thought of, and I know
All
he's
right.
not number one.
I only
pick,
have
so.
3, but I had
He
Jadeveon
was?
Clowney, Jake Long, and Eric Fisher.
Fuck.
Okay.
I have Eric Fisher, Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney, Mario Williams.
Brandon wins
Mario
with 4.
Williams.
I couldn't think of the fifth.
So it was Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney in 2014, Eric Fisher 2013, Jake Long 2008,
So you had it.
Mario Williams 2006.
I could not.
I couldn't think of.
I can't believe I couldn't think of Myles Garrett.
he was-
Clowney
yeah,
was the number 1 pick.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah!
over Reggie Bush.
Yep.
Dang.
Mario Williams.
No,
Oh, yeah.
stop.
Same team.
True.
I should have wrote it down. Dang it. I would have had
That was a
I-
good butthole 5. We've never
was
done
a
that
super
one
good
before.
And it is National Masturbation Month. I heard on the radio this morning. So happy National Masturbation Month
You have the rest
to
of the week
you
off?
guys. And go jerk off.
Bye.
Prevent cancer. Go jerk off.
Check out our website,
There's porn people
www.officialbutthole.com.
That they're having
We're on all
like their
socials at
30-minute
Official Butthole.
masturbation
Please
breaks at
leave
work
us a
now
rating and review.
to help relieve stress.
And we'll see you next
They're
time.
hoping it takes
Do
off
they
in the
provide
corporate
the
world.
material?
And there's a jack off space.
I feel like that only works in the porn industry.
That's
You
what, that's
can-
what
public
they said on the
restrooms.
radio
Send me
this
an
morning.
application to that place.
It's like a jerk off station or something. It's called. There's no pictures.
Scott's office has one too. They just don't know about it yet.
Yeah, it's called the bathroom.
Love it.